After the May election, our national parliament became a far more exciting and important place to watch. Why is this? When the ANC was the supermajority party, the national parliament was really just a rubber stamp. Since the May election, power is much more equally balanced in the House. There's fierce contestation, there's debate. It's the political heartbeat of our country. But what I have noticed is that an axis of capture is developing. So our media code of ethics requires that I declare this to be opinion or comment. It is ground in fact. There's another side to what's happened at our newly exciting parliament. It's now home to the 4 alleged Tuto de Tuto Capi, or in mafia speak, the boss of bosses of the era of state capture. These 4 are the ANC MP Malusi Gigaba. Mr. Gigaba was found by the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture to have used 3 cabinet portfolios to advance the interests of the Gupta family network. There are also 3 MK MPs who now sit at Parliament. There's the MK MP Brian Molese. Brian Molese was CEO of Eskom and of Transnet. The Commission found that he used those 2 vital roles to advance and influence for the Gupta family. There is the MK MP Siyabonga Gama. Mr. Gama was senior executive at Transnet, who also used his position to benefit the Gupta network, the Commission found. Completing the quad of MPs is the MK MP Lucky Montana. Mr. Montana was the CEO of PRASA. Remember, tall trains, ruined stations, very high public transport costs. We're still paying the price. You may have seen that twice in September, the EFF issued a flurry of statements opposing the Investigating Directorate's appointment of Matthew Chaskalson and Paul Pretorius, who are both advocates to the Investigating Directorate. Now, why did this happen? Let's recap a little bit. So Paul Pretorius was the evidence leader of the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture, and advocate Matthew Chaskalson was the person who led many key streams of evidence. In ordinary terms, these are the people who know where the bodies are buried and where all our money is. So why is the EFF so upset about these appointments? The EFF has said that the 2 men are conflicted because they worked at the Zondo Commission and now they've moved over to the Investigating Directorate of the National Prosecuting Authority. Is that so? I would argue not. The Commission of Inquiry logically provided that they should move to the NPA because it is the home now of where the recommendations of the Commission have to be given life in terms of investigations and probably prosecutions. And the EFF has also argued that they don't hold security clearance. In fact, our reporting has found that they have required security clearance, they know the information, they do not have access to more information than is required for the work that they will be contracted to do. So why is the EFF campaigning about this? Why does it appear to be so panicked? You'll remember that the EFF is also central to the VBS story. VBS, of course, is shorthand for the story of the collapse through corruption of a mutual bank in Limpopo. Many pensioners lost their money. Many councils lost their money because they shouldn't have invested in that bank. What's the EFF link here? Of course, as Polly van Wyk has showed us many times, Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu, who's now moved to the MK party, were of course central to the VBS story and are alleged to have benefited from it in fundamental and manifold ways. So isn't it a conflict, in fact, that the EFF should be railing against effective state capture? And why are they doing so? It's a space to watch.